I want to start with referring to a recent statement by Uday Kotak, where he seemed to suggest that the younger generation of business families is perhaps not as interested in the grind of doing business, especially in the Indian context, and would rather manage their wealth through family offices and not really sweat it out. Do you agree with that categorization?
Firstly, thank you for inviting me for this, Siddharth, and to the India Today team. It's a very hard act to follow after India's best robot and India's youngest chess champion, so please bear with us. So I kind of agree and disagree with what Mr. Kotak said. It's taken a life of his own, his article. Now, there was a rejoinder by Mr. Sajjan Jindal, I think, a few days ago, and by Mr. Harsh Goenka as well. They kind of are saying the same thing, that today's next gen, today's leaders in their 30s and 40s are really spending more time investing in businesses through their family office and not really doing the hard grind, sitting on factory floors and dealing with unions and tax and all that stuff. So there are two parts to what he was saying. One, I think, is just how they spend their time in just terms of deploying capital through family offices. I think that's a good thing for India. I think it's showing a sign of a very mature economy, that we move to a situation, business are in third, fourth generations today, where you have professionals running the business, you have the next gen freed up to focus on, I guess, their passions, their interest. And they're kind of following the Prime Minister's dream of building a Viksit Bharat by 2047, where you need something 30 trillion GDP coming. And where's it going to come from? I think a large chunk of it, or a healthy chunk of it, will come from this family office capital. So whatever reports I've seen are about 400 or so in India. I think we are 10 times too short for where we need to be in terms of family offices. If you see the US today, same kind of ecosystem, they have 8,000 family offices. We have 400. So I think in terms of Mr. Kotak's premise that maybe there are too many today, I don't agree with that. But in terms of his view that people spend too much time on it, yes, I agree. I think next gen, I think, spends too much time sometimes on the investing side, not on the build side. So I think unless you've been on the factory floor, you've been in the boardroom, you've been in the kind of sweatshop, you don't really understand how to value and invest in businesses.